Alright guys, we need to talk about the Apex Legends Season 14 patch notes that just dropped here. So we have so many changes and so many nerfs and buffs to different characters, different weapons. So we're just going to be taking a quick look at that. Specifically, Valk was nerfed into the ground, but could still be viable. But yeah, as you can see here, we got the EVA 8. We got the fire rate increase, pellet damage increased, and the bolt rate of fire bonuses increased as well. Obviously the bow check is going to be buffed as it is in the carrier package, as well as the rampage. And we got the volt and the car back on the ground from the carrier package and the crate, as well as the G7. Looks like the L-Star caught a quick buff as well as the RE45. And of course we've heard the rumors that the wingman is going to use sniper ammo and sniper mags. But let's get back down to the good stuff here, the legends. So as you can see here with Valk absolutely just caught a sick nerf. So acceleration on activation decreased by about 8%. So that means you're not going to get that quick boost that you get when you start that quick VTOL jet boost. You're not going to get as quick of an acceleration there, so you're going to be easier to hit when you're flying. Fuel consumption on activation increased by 33%. This is huge. So every time you actually activate the fuel, you're going to be using much more of it, so you're definitely going to be wasting a lot more fuel than you would before. And additionally, aerial boosting and strafing take a 20% debuff when hit by slowing effects. So every time you get hit with something that will slow you, whether that be a charge rifle or a grenade or some other thing, you're going to be losing speed, and you're going to be more affected by that than you would before. And then just the fourth one here for the passive is that they're just adding like an orange meter to let you know when you're like low on fuel, but not like so low that you're on red, less than 30%. And then as for the missile swarm, the tactical ability, her aim/turn slow removed. So I think this just means that you're going to be able to move it a little bit faster, but the move slow duration is also decreased, I guess. So I guess that's another small buff there to her ability. And then this is the big one here, reducing the explosion radius from 175 to 125. So it's not nearly as massive of an area that you're going to be able to cover with these jets, with these swarms, it looks like. So that's going to be a big change. But perhaps the biggest change with Valk is that her skyward dive, her ultimate ability, is going to be nerfed. The height reduction of 25% is going to be big. You're not going to be able to go nearly as high with your ultimate ability. And then in addition to that, your traveling upward during the ultimate is going to be slightly slower, they say. So that also has something to do with the height reduction, so you're not going as high and you're going a little bit slower. But yeah, so that's something to look out for. And then we come down to Horizon here, and we can see that it's basically just easier to break her ultimate ability now. It takes more damage from explosives, and her hitbox is more reliable. Watson, just small improvements. And then this is the big buff that could make Newcastle meta here. So with his passive ability, you have increased movement speed during your revive by 25%. That's huge. And then you have reduced turn slow when reviving by 50%. So I think you can move faster when you're reviving from side to side. You have an increased white knockdown shield health, increased blue knockdown shield health. Your mobile shield health has gone up to 500 now, which would make his tactical a little bit more useful because it was so easy to destroy. So hopefully this helps. And it also is able to move faster, so I think you'll actually be able to run now and keep it in front of you, because a lot of the time you had to like wait for it, and by the time it moved up 5 feet, it was already destroyed. So now with that speed being doubled, it's going to be very helpful. And then the castle wall added turn slow to electrical barrier effects and increased the severity of the slow effect movement. So essentially, if you are getting hit by the electrical barrier of Newcastle, you are going to be more punished for it. You're going to be not able to turn as fast, and you're going to be slowed even more severely. And then just another one here with Maggie. She got a huge buff that could make her meta as well. the riot drill projectile launch speed doubled, so your drill's going to be going faster. And then for the ultimate, this is the biggest part here. It will destroy Gibraltar's dome of protection. So you'll be able to throw this at Gibby's bubble and it will just completely disintegrate it, similar to the EMP of Crypto. So additionally, the duration of the ball will be increased from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, and it will travel twice as far while dropping the same amount of magnets, but the magnets will be more spread out, it looks like. And it will be able to deal damage to enemy placeable objects such as black market, castle walls. So this could be a counter to Newcastle, obviously a counter to Gibby, but definitely a counter to just any defense legend. And then they also fix the wrecking ball not binding and slowing enemies, so a lot of the time you throw it and the enemy just gets bounced, but they don't exactly get damaged, or they might take a little bit of damage but not get stunned. So this looks like it fixed that bug. As for Rampart, just a little bit smoother with her amped cover placement, and honestly I feel like Rampart's just waiting in the shadows to be buffed. I feel like she could just be like barely be out of competitive viability, but she's right there. So small changes to Rampart that are buffs might actually help her case to become a meta legend. As for Caustic, just fixed gas ramping bug, nothing too huge with him. As for Mirage decoys will be scanned by Valk, which is a change, and Mirage decoys will now be picked up by Seer's Heart Seeker. So Mirage gets a little buff here because his decoys become more lifelike. And as for Revenant, Death Totem will now show a placement preview when activated instead of placing immediately. So a little bit of a nerf to Revenant, but nothing big. So it looks like, guys, this is an insane update here, and we're going to be getting a lot of meta changes, specifically with Valk and Newcastle and Mad Maggie. Those are like the three big ones. And as for the weapon meta, it looks like it's going to favor controller maybe a little bit more, but yeah, we're gonna have to see, guys. This is going to be absolutely crazy, and I'm just looking forward to the new season. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.